Well, this is gonna be another depressing video. Hey guys, it's no longer Human 77 here. I have so much to say, but at the same time I have nothing to say. My cat's just looking at me from the side. I was crying really hard earlier. She wouldn't come near me. She wouldn't give me a hug. She just waddles off and does her own thing. It's not like she knows any better, but it just reminds me of the fact that there is no unconditional love. Everything is conditional because people want to gain something from you. There's always a transaction going on. It benefits you in some way. And for the longest time, I just felt like I was an accessory that can be dangled around and then thrown to the side. I didn't feel like I truly mattered. Sorry for my voice right now. I may or may not have done something to hurt myself. I feel like I'm just like waiting for it to kick in. And I don't know why I chose to record my thoughts. Maybe it's like a last resort type of thing to see if people care. I know the online community is full of people that says that they care, but no one really knows me personally. And I've isolated myself for so long. I don't know how to reach out to others. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. I don't want to be depressing. I don't want to talk about my shit that's going on. If I do, I'll be judged for it. How do I start conversation and it doesn't only end up as small talk? How can you create meaningful and deep connections when these days you're so replaceable? People are so replaceable these days. I feel like the future seems so bleak. I mean, there's so much mass shootings, wars, genocides, and just so much hate in the world. And also, AI is gonna take over and we're all gonna lose our jobs. So then it just feels like, what is there left? Everything that I ever hoped for slipped away again. The cheating ex-partner, I know, it sounds so pathetic. I feel so pathetic for believing them again, trying to have faith and trying to make things work when they're just not going to change. I can't make them change. And I can't seem to accept that. Because I can't fathom how a person can repeatedly hurt someone again and again and again, lie to them again and again, betray them so many times because they're selfish. How could they bear to do that to someone that they claim that they care so much about or love? I can't do that to anyone. If I truly cared about someone, I would never hurt them like that. So then I just don't understand why they do that to me. It's not their fault that my mental has gotten this bad. It's because of me. And this is the way that I've been. I can't really make light of the situation anymore. I try to play it off. I try to keep on this mask, try to make funny jokes out of my experiences. I feel so alone. And I know no one's gonna save me. But somewhere in my heart, I'm hoping that someone can help me. But I know because of my patterns, it'll just turn into something toxic and codependent again. I'm so scared of people. And I just feel like people only treat you well if you're pretty, if you're outgoing, if your social economic is like, up there, like your status in society. Because apparently all that determines our value as a human being is work, what kind of job you have, your physical appearance, how good you look, and if you can talk to people well, which I fail in all of those categories. And that's been my dilemma for the longest time, since middle school, and I'm currently about to turn 21. And I've never figured out answers to that, because the common theme of that just keeps reappearing. I know I need to make the effort to change, but I feel so helpless and overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. And I told myself if I had a support system, I could break the cycle and I could stop talking to the cheating ex-partner, stop having hope. But I don't even have that. I always feel like I'm putting on this act for everyone to see. I don't even know what is me anymore. When I was younger, I was really self-conscious about my appearance. So then I got eyelid surgery. The funny thing is, prior to that, I posted some makeup videos, and the only reason why it did so well and got like millions of views is because I was ugly before. It was like a before and after process. I know I shouldn't let those online comments get to me, but I'm a really sensitive person, and I read all the comments because I'm chronically online. So there's a really big difference. All those mean comments disappeared after I got my eyelid surgery. And when I was younger, I had a lot of acne. I don't know why it's kind of hard to talk. A little bit of shortness of breath. But when I was younger, I had a lot of acne and a receding hairline because I accidentally shaved a part of my forehead, and then it didn't grow for years. Okay, that looks ugly, but yeah. And I just never felt conventionally attractive. I tried learning makeup to cope, to cover it up. And for a little while it worked. People started treating me better. People started noticing me. That I'm not just the quiet kid in the room. People only start caring or want to get close to you once you mean something. Or if you look a certain way, act a certain way. People say self-love is internal, but how are we supposed to love ourselves if our society determines our worth from external factors? I felt like there's no hope for me because I'll just always be in pain and I'll just bring others down. And I know I self-sabotage by thinking that no one wants to talk to me, so then I don't initiate to talk to anyone because I'm so scared of them not liking me. I know that's all in my head. I could hear my mom's footsteps. She just got home. When I asked her to talk with me yesterday, she just brushed it off. Something not important. My screaming, my cries, is always unanswered. That's why I clung onto the person that is the most toxic for me. Because I thought, at least somewhere, I belonged. At least I have them. At least they. So, what's wrong? Baby, what's wrong? Baby. I want to take a nappy nap. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk to the YouTube people, YouTube audience. I don't know whoever's watching this. I feel so dumb, man. I feel so dumb. And sometimes it's hard for me to believe that people find solace in my videos. Okay, off topic, but I named my cat Sola because it's like soulless but shortened, which means to console someone. Yeah. Okay, back on track. What was I saying? I was saying... Oh yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh wait, no, I remember. Hard for me to fathom that people actually care about my videos or care about my well-being or just find comfort in my videos, because to me, I'm someone that can't even help themselves. How am I supposed to help others? for years. Suicide has always been passive. Always passive. I wouldn't go out of my way to do something to myself. But if a truck hit me, I'd hope I die. But now, I'm actively doing things to hurt myself. Which does no one any good. And I know these things. I'm aware of everything. But I just want to be heard and not judged for what I have to say. It's been really rough. It's been really rough. The past 6 months, genuinely the lowest I've ever been. I can't even count on my 2 hands how many times I tried to kill myself. You can say that I'm doing it for attention. In a way, yeah. I just want to be heard. I just want to be understood. I try to make some happy videos. I was in the middle of editing something more spontaneous and fun. With my good energy out there. I don't always want to make depressing stuff. I don't want anyone's pity. I just want people to have some empathy and be nice to others. Because the things you say to other people, it does hurt and affects. It does affect them. I had to replace my curtain rod because it bent over when I tried to off myself. But an old friend helped fix it. But then I started questioning the friendship. Because I can't trust them. I can't really trust men. I'm scared. I'm also scared of girls and being laughed at. I feel like I'm experiencing some symptoms of OD right now. I don't want to be sent to the ward again. I don't. My head is spinning. My mom said that I was dumb. Said that I was really dumb for doing things like this because of a man. But she wouldn't understand. She doesn't understand. She could be so headstrong, but I'm not. She could feel like she doesn't need someone, a romantic, in order to prove her worth. But I do. It's not as simple as just blocking it. I act so impulsively that it scares me. I also just want to address that it's our responsibility for the way that we act. And I don't try to use my mental illness to excuse my lashing out, my yelling, me throwing things, me destroying things, me trying to do things to myself to harm myself. Others will just get sick of it. But it's my responsibility to control my behavior. Mental illness is not a free pass to be a shitty person. But look at me. Became so bitter. Became so controlling. So jealous of everyone. I don't know what else to say. I feel tired.